Happy I added some carrot. Will improve the look, not gonna lie. This one's softer. I'll need some lime for the end. I'll need some acidity at the end. Might add some vinegar as I'm cooking. Haven't decided. Yeah, probably will add some vinegar. Just a dash of apple cider vinegar if I can find it. Okay, I haven't started that bottle, so I'll go with Prosecco vinegar or sparkling white wine vinegar. Close to champagne vinegar. Don't think I've ever used champagne vinegar. This is going to be very similar. Right, in go the bell pepper and the garlic at the same time. A lot of garlic too. And the meat will go back in shortly too, and I think I will cover everything with liquid. Just gonna give the garlic and the bell pepper a head start. Beans are still boiling and they'll need to continue to boil for maybe 20 more minutes based on the amount of liquid in there. Okay, and I'll need liquid for the stew. Probably not a whole liter, close to it. Another thing I'm going to be adding is chopped canned tomatoes and some chipotles. And dry spice is going to go in shortly too. Might add some oyster sauce as well, haven't decided yet. It's quite sweet, so maybe I will not need to add sugar. It's also quite... not using stock, not using fish stock, not using chicken stock, so... pungency, not using white pepper, so yeah, this will add a little bit of pungency. I'll probably add the oyster sauce. Either oyster sauce or fish sauce, but the fish sauce, the bottle of fish sauce I haven't opened yet, so I'm just going to use oyster sauce. Ideally, I would put the pan into the oven and slow broil in the oven, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to stew and broil on the hob exclusively. Alright, canned tomatoes going in. Yeah, come on, don't want to break my fingernails. And I don't want to splash myself with tomato paste. Canned, peeled and chopped tomatoes, so I will not need to chop them myself. Nice, lovely. I'm not rinsing the can out. Alright, let's start the kettle. I will rinse out the can. Speaking of cans, let's do the other one too. Chipotle peppers in adabo sauce. Lovely stuff. Smoky, spicy, bit tart. sour too. Actually smoky, sour, spicy, tart, and sweet as well. Pretty sure they add some sugar here as well. There's natural sugars, and I think they add a little bit extra for flavor. Don't quote me on that though. Where's the camera gonna recover? Yeah, camera recovered, okay. We're back. Minor hiccup. Coriander seeds, let's throw them into. Dry spices going in as well. Cumin gonna go in next. And I love cumin, I like cumin in my stews, especially Caribbean or African or South American stews. Yeah, that should be more than enough. May have overdone it with the oyster sauce. Well, no, it smells quite nice actually. Well, it's mostly the chipotle peppers that I'm smelling right now. Come on, cumin. The pan is waiting for your arrival. Cumin going in. Okay, so brown sugar or dark muscovado sugar. Do I add it? Added oyster sauce, that's quite sweet. I've added canned tomatoes, they're quite acidic, and the sugar needs to balance out the acidity. Yeah, just a pinch. Just a small amount of dark muscovado sugar. And by small amount, I mean a medium amount. Will help with the spiciness too, because I'm considering adding some habanero powder, or just a small amount of habanero powder, mixed in with sweet smoked paprika. And I finished it. Going into and kettle's finished. Need to add some liquid in here. Not too much, can't afford to spill. And I'll need to throw in the meat as well. Need to reduce slightly. Okay, so I need to boil off the liquid, and I need to add the meat, and then I'll need to add more liquid. And that should be enough liquid now for the stew. Stir the beans while we're here. Okay, the water level is dropping. I might reduce the heat now. Let's keep boiling. I want those beans dry. Right, since I've added some sweetener, I'm also going to add some acid. And I think I'm done with the vinegar. I think I'm done. I'm not sure if I'm done with the olive oil. Yeah, I think I'm done with the olive oil. If I need fat for the beans, I'll just get more butter. I've got a small amount of butter here, but I might need more. Oregano, I'll add later. Coriander is just for garnishing. Habanero, I'm not adding any more habanero. Salt and pepper. Yep, need to add both. Black pepper. Not going to use white pepper today, just black. And then a little bit of black pepper for the beans too. Beans should be pretty much done in terms of softness. I just need to get rid of the excess liquid. Well, we'll taste it. I'll taste one right now. Because if the beans are soft, that means I can now add some salt. Hot. Let's try a second one. Our 2 beans out. I'll let them cool down a little bit. In the meantime, salt for the stew. Sea salt. I'm not using iodized table salt today. Don't want to over salt it. I might need to add some more salt later. Cumin, I think I will not need extra cumin. Will not need habanero. Finish the coriander seeds. Don't think I'll need more sweetener, so sugar going away too. And pack the stuff that I don't need away, out of sight, out of mind. Okay, need to taste the beans. Yeah, soft enough. Adding some salt now for the beans. Might still need some more later. I might need to transfer the entire contents of the skillet into, yeah, let's do that. That will reduce the amount of splashing going on. So I'm gonna finish in a pot, and I think I'll need the big one. I started in the skillet, I'll finish in the pot. This way I will not completely ruin the seasoning on my skillet, on my cast iron skillet. And less splashing onto the splashback and onto the hob this way too. Okay. Into the bit too hot for the sink, but what can you do? Ain't got anywhere else to put it. I'll just cool it down immediately. Don't crack, don't crack. I'm not gonna lie, smells quite nice in the kitchen right now. Hopefully the final dish also smells nice. Hopefully the final dish also tastes nice. Right, in goes the meat, I think. Back into the pot. talk about splashing on the splashback. Sieve, I think I'm done with. You can go into the dishwasher. And this bell pepper, the yellow one, I'm not using today. Back into the fridge for tomorrow. I'll make a salad with it tomorrow. Okay, I need liquid. I need to cover the meat, and that's where you come in. Reserved liquid from earlier, from the kettle. Hot, hot, hot. Do I need this? No, I don't think I need this. Into the dishwasher. And now I think I need to cook this for, no, 2 hours. Maybe an hour, maybe not 2 hours. And the beans will be ready in 20 minutes, and I can just keep them warm on the side. Right, I've got the guanciale ready for the beans, I've got the butter ready for the beans, I've got the cilantro or coriander for garnishing, got oregano they'll add to the pot in, I don't know, an hour. Got lime, I think I've got everything that I'll need. I might need more butter, that's the only thing I might run low on. Lime for garnishing and for the acidity later. And hot pepper. I'll throw in the hot pepper now. Or do I? Yeah, I'll throw it in now. I was thinking about using it just for garnishing, but nope, that's where the coriander is going to come in. This one can go into the pot. And hopefully the chipotles, the habanero, and now the cayenne. There's a possibility that the stew is going to be too hot. But I'll risk it, and I'll suffer the consequences, quite literally. Could cover it. Yeah, I think I might need to cover it to speed things up a little bit. I might need to drop the heat slightly, and I think I'm going to cook covered for like 40 minutes, and then I'll finish uncovered. Medium here might be too high, let's go medium low. And this might be too high too, gonna drop it, let's finish the beans a bit more slowly. I don't want them burning on the bottom. Still a decent amount of liquid in there. I'm not going to cover the beans. I want that liquid out. I want the beans to dry up. Not fully dry up, but you know. I don't want bean soup. I want like beans on their own. Okay. Rubbish bin. You can go back. Can I tidy up anymore? Yeah, I can put the spices away, like the cumin and the habanero powder. I can put these back into the spice cabinet. I've got some time to kill, might as well clean. Finished the smoked sweet pepper, but I think I've got some extra stashed away. Salt and pepper I will probably still need. Got a shit ton of cumin still left. need to burn through. That's something for future me to worry about. Alright, need to keep stirring of the beans to a minimum. I don't want to break them apart too much. Timer, let me set, is it hot enough in there? Yeah, I think it's hot enough in there. Let's set the timer for, I don't know, in 30 minutes I'll check in again. On to the main pot. So literally got 30 minutes of nothing to do. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make myself some tea. That's what I'm gonna do while I wait. Let's get the kettle going. I will still need the knife for the garnish, so I'm not going to put it away. I think I'm going to maybe put this outside to dry. It might rain outside now. Okay, just sit here and don't get in the way. Don't get in the way. Okay, heat I think is good. Beans are good. Time to make tea. Question is what tea? Black. Super. No, let's go with this one. From Lidl. .90 degrees. Now we have to wait for the kettle to do its job again. Eh, not a lot of aroma to this tea. Pretty cheap, shitty tea. It'll have to do. Might need some milk with it. I think it might not be drinkable without milk. Question is, cow's milk or oat milk? Rice milk. Okay, I need to go get myself some sweetener and I'm gonna get some honey. Be back in a minute. Okay, I've returned. Still waiting on the kettle. Beans smell nice. Temperature in the pot seems okay. Meat is still covered by liquid. Yeah, in 30 minutes. Yep. And in 30 minutes, I might add the oregano. Until then, I'm gonna have a tea break. Snacks? Do I have any snacks to go with the tea? I do. I have a lot of snacks. Just need to figure out which one I want to. There we go. Got the best snack to go with the black tea. Biscoff biscuits. Kettle's gonna beep at me shortly. How many do I want? I'll get like 3 out. I'll try to get 3 out. Come on. Release the biscuits. 1, 2, 3. The rest going back. To be consumed later. Mm-hmm. 2 minutes. That definitely doesn't need any longer than that. Referring to the tea infusion time, that is. I think I'm going to stir the main pot while I wait. Okay, the tomatoes may have been sliced, but the peppers were not, so I'm gonna need to quickly do some surgery in the main pot. One pepper cut in half. There should be like 4 in here. Second pepper cut in half. Is that a pepper? Yes, that is a pepper. Third pepper cut in half. There should be one more intact one here somewhere. I'll speed things up significantly. I've already cut you in half. Let's quarter you. Is there another one floating in here somewhere? I think that's all of them. Okay, are you intact? No, I already cut you. You've already been circumcised. Cool. I need to cover again. See if the tea is ready. Hot, hot, hot. I think right, yeah, tea is ready. Crap. Lid going back on. Okay, let's have a look at the beans. Still enough liquid in there. They're fine. For the next 19 minutes, they should be just fine. "19 minutes, and then I will continue cooking uncovered." Okay. My tea's good. Yeah, it smells pretty cheap, I'm not gonna lie, so definitely will need a lot of sweetener and a lot of milk. One less thing in the way. Okay. Is the tea cool enough? Not yet. Need to give it another 2 minutes. I need that liquid in me. I'm tired and I'm dehydrated too. Ooh, and the milk is curdling. Lovely, that's what I love to see. Still gonna drink it. I think I might need to switch to cow's milk, as rice milk is not doing the job. Let's see if cow's milk also curdles. So this tea is not only cheap, it's also quite acidic. Lovely. Sometimes it's the honey that causes the curdling, but right now I'm pretty sure it's the tea. Okay, main part, temperature's okay. 15 minutes, yep. Not gonna touch the temperature dial. Just need to wait for it to do its thing. Let's see if this does anything. Reconstitute it. Rehomogenize. Denatured proteins. Unravel. Yeah, that's not doing a lot, is it? Nope. Did jack shit. It was worth a try.
Category set in Guardian 3 now. Holy cinema.
Sorry, what? What was that first message? Holy cinema. What are you referring to? Oh, Guardian 3. Oh, I'm still higher than you, dude. I'm not Guardian 4. Plus, I'm on my way, I was on my way to Crusader. I still have the progress bar, I still have the percentage progress bar, but I can't do ranked anymore. I swear to fucking God, if you go to Crusader before me while I can't do matchmaking, I'm not going to be upset. I'm just going to not play with you anymore. I'm going to take it as a personal slight, personal insult. At least I've got Biscoff. And beans, Biscoff and beans. Should I combine the two? No, I will not do that. Beans might be edible, but I still need to finish the stew. Ooh, tea and Biscoff, lovely. Specifically milky tea and Biscoff. Lovely pairing. Tomorrow, I think I'm just going to be eating leftovers tomorrow, and the day after, it's either going to be rabbit or pasta. I've got some semi-fresh pasta in the fridge, and I've got rabbit in the fridge, so it's going to be either one. But tomorrow I think I'll have plenty of leftovers. Hopefully the rabbit doesn't spoil. I'm going to taste one of these beans, or two of these beans. I've added some salt, I've added some black pepper. I want to see if the black pepper and the salt has done anything. Yeah, I think some of the salt did penetrate through. Should I add more? Is the question? No. I will not add more salt. The liquid will drop a little bit more, Plus I'm going to be adding the guanciale. I'll just add salt when I'm finishing. I'll put some sea salt on top. Maybe smoked sea salt. I think right now it's good as is. Unfortunately, I may have added slightly too much liquid in here. I think most of the beans will turn into mush. And that's why I don't want to stir with a spatula. I'm just occasionally shaking the pot, making sure nothing's sticking and burning at the bottom. There's still a lot of liquid in here, evaporating slowly. Should I speed things up a little bit? Nah. Let's continue evaporating slowly because the stew itself will take another 30 minutes at this rate. I want the meat to be pretty much falling off the bone, and I want the bone itself to leach out, as much of the flavor to leach out from the bone into the liquid, into the cooking liquid. So it needs time. Okay, 9 minutes to go. For this step, it's not the final step. I should have gone with something simpler like flank steak. If it was flank steak, I would have been done by now, but no, I had to go with oxtail. Flank is so much easier. Well, at least I have my tea now, but it's still too hot.